Okay, welcome from the crossroads of America. Talk show about guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. Answer questions from the audience, either in the chat or by email at rickslifeasiseeit at gmail.com or spotted as gmail.com. I have a Patreon page, PayPal, and all that other stuff in the info section below. Got that out of the way. All right. At the moment, I'll introduce my one panelist if he's listening. New York Outcast, how you doing?
Doing all right. How's it going?
All right, I can hear you, so we're doing good. Nope.
All right. Thanks for having me.
No problem. No problem. So, hang on. Let me do that. Okay. All right. Okay. So, I said we got New York Outcast right now. Came in just at the last second there. So, just finished work.
Nope. I've been off the last few days. Actually been sick lately. So,
Oh, damn.
the lady, I think caught the flu. That's what the symptoms were. I was fine for like 2 days, laughing to myself, like, damn people, I don't get sick. Woke up sick. So,
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, I'm coming out of it now. So just fever, the chills, stuff like that, lost appetite, blah, blah, blah. So my knees hurt like hell for some reason, for no reason. I don't know what the deal was, just body ache. So, but I had about 2 bad days and I'm pretty much out of it now.
Yeah, that's how I felt a few weeks ago. I know what you're going through. It's it sucks.
It sucked.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see. So we got you on the panel. I hope other people join us later, but if they don't, me and you can handle it. Let's see. First in the room today was Defense Dad, then Kingpin, then AR Guns. Who else we got? 2 Live Moo, Kevin in New York, Ozzy is in, Gizzard Gary, Shady Hill Homestead. So they're starting to come in. So there we go. Defense Dad. New York Outcast initials are perfect. He says no to everything.
Not true. I don't know why it's always red though. Like the color, it's like a reddish pink or something.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, it always is on
it's
you.
Weird.
I don't know why.
I don't know what the deal is, but
I don't know.
Yeah, and they can't fit one more letter in that. I mean,
how come you've never downloaded your avatar?
I don't know.
To that, I can't think of the name of the place now. It was a special
Gravatar, I think it's called. Or something.
You just do it one time and it's good forever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like the name says.
Yeah.
No biggie. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not all that worried about it. If I was trying to be a YouTube superstar or something, I'd be all over it. But you know who I am.
Yep. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Why we're waiting for everybody to show up, or maybe I should wait and do this later. I want to do little old me with my small following, right? Nobody ever listens to me, but I just want to say I want to do I told you so. Where I'm going with this is like I was listening this morning to Caliber Corner. Sometimes he has some great topics. Today he was talking about used guns, right? And from what I didn't listen to it all, but from what the gist I was getting from a couple of individuals on there, the market is getting flooded with used guns because of people who bought during the panic are now things are slowing down, they're selling them off. I don't know, 14 months ago, you can go to one of my live chats where everybody's going, oh, praise the new gun owners. We need to embrace them, bring them in. Now everything's slowing. They're doing exactly what I said. When things slow down, they're selling the goddamn things and going back to being anti-gun. And it's happening.
Well, you can't say they're back to anti-gun, but maybe it's not on their priority or as high on their priorities list anymore, and they got to pay bills or something. It's hard to say why people do things, but it's pretty bad to paint everybody with a certain brush. I'd like to see people keep their guns, but if it's keep your gun or live in the street, in some cases I could understand.
Oh yeah, I mean, I mean, be honest with you, if inflation keeps going like it is, I mean, I'm surviving. That's all I'm going to say. I'm surviving. But if I got to, I might have to sell one of these to keep the roof over my head. So you never know. But no, I guess I was being. Yes, I guess I was painting them with the same brush, but a lot of them.
You're probably right about a percentage. I mean,
percentage
there's
of
no
them,
denying that. I'm sure a percentage of for sure, I mean, but the majority, I would be hesitant to say that's the reason.
Now don't get me wrong. I would love them to stay, and if I never ran across a new person anyway who's bought a gun lately, but I mean, I wouldn't have kicked them to the curb. I mean, but what I'm saying, I didn't go and embrace them, slobber all over them like some people want us to, So
I always encourage new gun ownership. So it doesn't matter if it's popular now or next week or whatever. That's how it's going to continue. So taking the kids out, spreading freedom across America.
Yeah, but I also believe a large percentage of those new gun owners are FUDs. In the sense is, we need a handgun to protect ourselves, but you don't need an AR. They should ban them or whatever. I still ran a lot of them feel that way. Talking about ARs, I got my one hanging up behind me on the wall there on an R&L wall display, which comes in the package with the desk mount one, which is right here. You get that, plus you get the wall mount, plus all the hardware to put it on the wall. So I just wanted to mention that. Go to their websites, rnldisplays.com, type in Rick's Life, and get a 15% discount. So I thought I'd just mention that as we're talking about ARs. Actually, I had to get the old a soft cloth out and dust off mine before the show started. I haven't used it in so long. It had a thin layer of dust on it. It's a shame. I mean, and now that leads us into my topic for today, which is, do you still shoot as much as you used to with higher prices? I mean, I wanted to fit more in there, but you only allowed 100 characters, so I couldn't get everything in there I wanted to say. But not only higher prices, but shortages as well. I mean, to me, we talked about this before. To me, yes, my shooting has gone down dramatically. I mean, even on a bad week, I would have shot once or twice a week, even if it was only, 2 or 3 magazines. I would at least, that's a bad week. I mean, there for a while, I mean, I would shoot every day because I'm disabled. I don't work, but I'm able to get around slowly. And most of my shooting I have to do leaning against something or sitting down. I can stand for 5-6 minutes at a time, you know, working, shooting my gun and getting off the X type thing. And I mean, since I don't work, I would go down the range every day, mainly in the mornings, when there's nobody about. But hell, I said the last time I was shooting, what was the last time I shot him? About a month ago. I've got the ammo. I mean, I was just looking here. I was pulling out. I mean, just sitting here on this table. I mean, just on the AR alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 magazines. Standard capacity, i.e. 30 rounds. I got 6 right there. Plus, I think in my gun bag, there's another 4. So, I mean, I got plenty of ammo. It's just that I don't want to spend my money buying more and replacing it. Because, I mean, the last price I paid for 20 223s was $14.99 a box. So say $15. Right? So that's shooting 3 magazines, you're talking just shy of $50. When you work it all in. Then the price of 380s right now. But luckily, I can still reload 380s because I still have small pistol primers. The only thing, I have large pistol primers, so I can shoot 45 no problem. I got plenty of those reloaded. Where I'm hurting on is, everybody knows I can't find small rifle primers to save my life. I mean, I got that written down too. If anybody out there has a website, I've got the big ones, like Midway and Brownells, oh hell, what's the big Bass Pro? Those big, box stores. I've got the notification thing signed up. If any come in to notify me by email, if I have the cash, I'll buy them right then and there. But is there any? If anybody out there has got any other sort of little mom and pop stores they have good luck with getting, primers from, going by their website or whatever. I was curious. If anybody's out there's got any, let me know. So So what about you, New York? Are you still shooting still shooting the same amount of ammo and the amount of times you go, or have you cut back too?
Honestly, no, I haven't shot as much as usual lately during this, but that's a combination of reasons, I guess. Honestly, I've pretty much compensated a lot of my shooting with 22. So when I do go, I shoot a lot more 22, even though I've always enjoyed 22. But I typically shoot a lot more 9mm than I have lately due to all this. I have, a bit, but I just have a hard time justifying buying it. To me, shooting 22 is very comparison to shooting my 9mm, and that's not any joke there. But I think shooting, riding's riding. Whether you're on a 125 or 600 or whatever, it's still this. You're still in the game. So, so I think you can stay fresh with that. But like I stated, honestly, yeah, I've shot less because I'm a cheap son of a gun, and when I shoot a lot more 22. So that'd be my answer. Hello, Kingpin.
Hey, Kingpin, good to see you.
Evening, gentlemen. How y'all doing? Well, afternoon, rather.
Yeah, I mean, I know you've been working a lot lately. Haven't seen you in here much.
Yeah, I usually just throw on a show and listen from the background.
Yeah. So, you heard the topic, right? I just read that you haven't shot much lately, but you're going tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow will be my first day at the range in quite a while. But uh, do- have you ever take? I know you reload, so obviously there's powder that you still have to get. There's primers you still have to get, and projectiles you still have to get. But wouldn't you be able to shoot more? Because I mean, you got to buy 1,000 primers basically in a box. I don't know how many come in a box of projectiles. But have you considered, especially for the fact you're retired, so you've got time during the day, take up casting?
Yeah, I thought about that. To be honest with you, I really have, but I just haven't got around to doing it. It's my own fault. So I need to look to see. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But now projectiles normally I'll buy them in a small, you know, box. I mean, most of them, the average, they come in 500 at a time on projectiles. See, I've got powder. I mean, let's see if do I have one out here. I'm not
Well,
sure.
that's what I'm leaning toward. Is if primers come in 1,000 round boxes, projectiles come in 500 round boxes. You've already got the brass. You've already got the powder. Technically, aren't you able? I mean, you're not going to buy 500 rounds of 223 unless you buy a case. And you don't
Yeah,
seem like you're the kind of guy you like to seem to buy boxes. You're not. You don't seem like the kind of dude that goes out and buys cases of ammo.
no, I don't.
So wouldn't it be better just to strictly reload all that, and then if you're casting, that's going to cut your price down massively.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I've got the bullets. I've got the, as you said, the brass. I've got the powder. I'm just, I'm just, I can reload pistol ammo because I got primers. I can't load ammo for my 223, my AR, because I can't get hold of small rifle primers for the
You
life of
can't
me here in Indiana.
you can't use the pistol primers in a
No,
rifle.
no, they're
Okay.
not. You can, but it's dangerous too because a rifle primer is harder because I think there's more compression inside
Okay.
the bullet when it fires.
Okay. So we're
And
talking about the pressure of the rounds is
yeah,
okay. I
and
got you.
so normally what happens is if you use a pistol primer, it will blow the back of the where the primer is actually sitting. This is what I've been told. It will blow that out of there, and it could damage your firearm.
And basically, that's blowing right back in your face anyway.
Yeah. So that's why they don't recommend doing it. Yeah, Defense Dad, I was at the range from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. yesterday. Damn. Yeah, but aren't you getting set up for that big shootout you guys are having down there?
No, that's in June.
Oh, is it? You know, Tommy gun, cast 223 and use 22 empty cases of jacket. I've got the brass. I mean, I got tons of brass. I mean, even though I'm buying my ammo, like the last few months, I've been buying 223s, fired them, and I've picked up all the brass. So I mean, I got hundreds and hundreds of 223 brass here. I got to buy some more. I don't have enough bullets to fill it all. I got to get. I mean, I have bullets right now. I have maybe 200 or 300 223s left. And I got a whole new pound of powder, so I'm good there. I say it's just the primers. That's all I'm looking for. Yeah, but it's not only here. There's certain pockets around the country that primers are floating in and out. but here in Indiana, they ain't coming. You know,
If G23's out in the chat, we talked about. They were talking about a company that's got primers right now, and it's like you got to buy 5,000 and you get it for like $100 a thousand or something like that. Or I think you can even buy 1,000, but I think they bump it up to like $125 or something. I can't remember. It was a chat we had yesterday, and I can't remember whose channel it was. But just go ahead and just pay the hazmat fee. You know, if you need primers and they're not in your local store, just choke it up and pay the hazmat fee.
Yes, yeah. I mean, any sort of if you order primers offline, you're going to have to pay the hazmat fee. So you might as well just go ahead and bite the bullet and, excuse the pun, and do it.
Now, is that like if you buy one primer, the hazmat fee is $20, and if you buy 1,000,000 primers, the hazmat fee is $20, or does it increase?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's one flat fee, no matter what you buy. So the more you buy,
hopefully
the
after
cheaper
this,
it works out. You know.
Hopefully after this, you go out and buy a boatload of primers when they become available. So next time, this don't become such a problem for you.
Now, I did hear on Caliber Corner this morning that they were talking about some foreign primers coming onto the market. But I think he said I think it was Foose said that he paid $100 for 1,000. I mean, I would pay that. I wouldn't want to, but I would just to get them.
That might even be the show that I'm talking about. It might have been this morning that they were talking about. It was like Ammo Nation or American Ammo or something.
Tactical Fire, was it American Reloading?
If he was there, so if that's what he's saying, then I'd say it's a pretty safe bet that that's what we were talking about. Well, they were talking about, rather.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I would buy even foreign made primers right now that I want them so bad. So
90% of everything else we buy is foreign. So what would be the difference between
exactly?
People love that Russian made ammo. So what would be the difference between getting foreign made primers?
Yeah. You're right. I mean, you're right. Most of our stuff, I wouldn't even be surprised at some of the primers that the big companies sell over here. They get them from overseas and just repackage them.
The vast majority
a
of
lot of the ammo is foreign.
Yeah. The vast majority of the medicine that keeps you, quote unquote, keeps you alive, is all made in China.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. It's everything's very little's made here now, which is a shame. But hopefully, AR Gun said, I will buy foreign. I'll buy foreign too. No, I
prefer American, but if it comes down to it or something, I'll buy foreign. So depending what the items are and things like that. But I do try to go out. Even my plastic garbage can is American. I don't know. You can find stuff out there. You just got to look. But what really ticks me off is pencils. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but pencils made in America are like $3 a pack, when you can get ones made in China for $1. Like, how the hell does that work when they got to come across the sea? I don't understand this. I mean, do they get cheaper for the travel? I mean, yeah. Well, what are they making for a pencil over there? Half a penny a piece? I mean, what
more? Yeah, because
I spend the $3, but I'm just stating.
Well, yeah, because
blows my mind.
Well, I tell you what it is, right? They're paying their Chinese worker, $20 a week. They're having to pay the American guy but $300 or $400 a week. That's the difference.
You would think it would cost $3 for the gas, but maybe I don't know. It's just
one of the main reasons China can do stuff like that is, say you've got Rob D's pencil company, and you invented this pencil that's supposed to face 50 sharpenings and can last for 3 school years. You did all your research. The eraser works real good. Well, in order to have that made in China for less manufacturing cost, you have to give China all your information, like exact the recipe on how you made it, the machinery, the tooling. You have to tell them everything. And then what they do is they take your product and they make it and put your label on it and ship it out for $3 a box. Then they make the exact same product, put their label on it and ship it out for $1 a box. So they saved tons and millions and millions and billions of dollars on research and development. And they also use sawdust. And I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but just making something up. Sawdust to make their pencils as opposed to oak or cherry or whatever a regular pencil's made out of.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, Travis P says acceptable losses for China to dominate our markets. Well, yeah, they already dominate our markets. I mean, we are beholden to China.
I've said it. I've said it for a long time now, and I talked about it last week on Scotsman show. And Fudd said that it was on Georgia Shooting Connection last night. But there's like AR guns. AR guns is tactical Fudd. G23 when he starts getting up and running and loading. One of these people on this internet, whether it's one of our friends or one of the big channels or some obscure channel that's got 0 subscribers, somebody's going to figure out a revolutionary way to reload your primers and make your own primers.
Yeah. There's got to be a way of doing it. There really has. So, I mean, I know there's a new, I mean, it doesn't help us today, but there's a new factory opening up in Texas that's going to be, so there'll be 3 big primer makers here in the U.S. So I don't know who the other 2 are, but but everything seems, I don't know, the primers that they're making now are going to the ammo to fulfill the shortage that was caused. And I'm assuming that's why there's none hitting the shelves, because they'll be taken up by the ammo companies.
Well, there's also not a shortage. That's a lie right off the top, because we had no problem sending $3 billion worth of ammo to Ukraine last week.
I know. I saw stuff like that too. Seems. Oh, Tactical Fuzz says, tell Rob to use a pen and don't worry about a pencil. Yeah, you're right.
Pencils, man. Especially with estimates, stuff like that. Pencils are great.
Yeah, yeah. So, but you're right there, Kingpin. It's when they need it, they've got it available. So, I don't know what the problem is. But then again, I see. I mean, what was I going to say? It was totally different, but to do with the government. And I'm trying to stay off that topic because all it does, it gets me frustrated.
You don't have to talk about the government, but just like with the primer or any other shortage, the government's got unlimited money supply. If you want $1,000 for 2 primers, and I'm over here counting my pennies trying to figure it out, the government can come in and say, "I'll give you 10,000 for those 2 primers," because they can just make up money whenever they want. And then they've also got you really want to tell the government no? It'd be a shame if something happened to that pretty little license you've got hanging on the wall over there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So that's a good point. That is a good point. But they're never going to. Will we ever extra life, huh? Pencils. But will we ever? I mean,
made in the USA.
Is it ever going to get back to normal? With ammo and reload supplies on the shelves when you walk into your gun store.
Yeah, sure, of course.
But when?
I don't know that answer.
to go back to the new normal, which would be a little bit above the last normal.
Oh, I know the prices won't be the same. I know the prices will go, even though the prices might drop, but they're not going to go as low as they were. I mean, because what was it? You could buy. I mean, my store. I mean, you could even buy primers just 100 at a time in these boxes, and here's $4.99 for 100. Of course, they're adding a little markup because you're buying it by 100, you know. But if you bought 1,000, that's only $50, right? If you bought 10 of those, and it ain't. I don't think it'd ever be back to that price again. I reckon they will now cost you $7 or $8 when it goes back to whatever normal is.
That's typical. It's like gas or anything else. Things float, they go up, they go down, up, down. And usually it always ends up the normal steady is just a little bit more than what it was, the normal steady. And time goes on. So just when it gets down like that and everything's available, that's when you need to stock up on your damn primers. I mean, if they're normally like dirt cheap, from my understanding, then, if you're a reloader, you should have like a bucket full of those damn things. In my opinion, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's like somebody doesn't reload, you should have a bucket full of ammo, or whatever the case is. So, what's the point? I mean, everything else is worthless if you don't have it, and it's not like you're not going to use it. And it's small, easy to store. I mean, I could go on and on.
Yeah.
One of the problems that we have is like a guy like Travis P11. I remember distinctly every time he came online, he was telling people, go buy your AR stuff now. Right now is the cheapest I've ever seen AR, complete ARs, parts, kits, all that. Go get it now. Go get it now. And everybody was like, whatever. And then the showed up and the prices skyrocketed. And I clearly remember the day before Travis saying, hey, right now is the best time to buy. Go out and buy now. And people were disregarding him. Now, which is the weird part about that is like when people want to know what kind of red dot to use or what kind of trigger to use or what kind of foregrip to get, they come onto these chats and look for guys like Travis and Obnoxious One and, Squib and stuff like that and get their advice. But then when it comes down to, hey, right now is a hot time to go buy, people don't want to listen. And like I said, just using Travis because he's out there, and I remember him distinctly every time he did a show, he made it clear, go buy stuff right now. Don't wait. And people just blew him off. And now they're paying $1,000 for a rifle.
Yeah. I mean, that's like my one that I got back there. I mean, that cost me, what was it, out the door, just a little over $700. That was when this first started, when the prices started to go up, where you could normally get it for maybe $500. So I totally agree with that. I mean, it's just I don't know. You sit there saying, "Oh, I will. I'll get it. Next week or whatever," and it's always too late. We need to get off our ass when they tell us it's now. So why Travis is in the room here, if he's still in here. Those foreign, what was the name of the website those foreign primers were at last time, or where they're going to be available at? That's what I want to know. Because I want primers. I want rifle primers. So, all right. So, oh, damn. I tell you, I don't know, Kingpin. It's, sometimes I feel that it's, I don't know, it's, everything here is normal. Even our gun stores. I mean, even the ammo shelves are getting back to being full. They've got, I mean, like most 3 out of the 4 stores I hit, 3 of them will let you buy any ammo you want, but only 4 boxes. But they're full. The shelves are full, but they don't unless it's changed. I said I ain't been to a gun store in 2 or 3 weeks, but they were allowing you to buy any ammo you wanted in any combination, but only 4 boxes, except for 223, 556. You can buy all you want. So it's kind of strange. But I don't know if that's changing anytime soon. But but back to the other thing. I don't need pistol ammo. I still got primers, brass, powder, bullets. I got everything I need. Just keep on reloading those. So all I'm buying is
I think you should just tighten up the belt for the next month. And at the end of April, May. At the end of May, take and break your penny jar open and spend every penny of that on the primers that you need. If it's small, large, get all the varieties of the ones you need, or just buy one type. I don't know what your shooting needs are, so there's different ones, but buy all the stuff that you need, pay the hazmat fee, pay the big fat bill, and then sit there and enjoy shooting for the next year.
What's the saying? Buy once, cry once, or whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, and look, if you think about it, remember, and I know you've heard it because you watch a lot of the chats, and from the whether you comment or not, I know you listen to a lot of the shows. Remember back when people were like, "I'm not paying $50 for a box of primers."
Oh yeah.
Now they're not paying $80 for a box of primers. Now they're not paying $150 for a box of primers. So, assuming that that's going to continue, because you can assume that it's going to go back down, and you can assume that it's going to continue to go in price. Well, we have evidence that it's going to keep rising in price. We don't have any evidence that it's going to go down anytime soon. So if you're not willing to pay $80 for a box of primers now, or 122 weeks from now, 3 months from now, are you going to pay $200 for a box of primers? Some point in time, you're just going to have to get your feet wet and get punched in the face with that price.
Yeah. And I've noticed.
Yeah, I say you got to pull the trigger, man.
I saw your video,
yeah.
Kingpin. You're getting into the reloading business. I see. You're taking it up.
Yeah, and I know I'm exactly right now. I'm not in the same place as you are because you're a seasoned reloader, but I'm starting to put pieces together. Buck has got a package coming for me with a bunch of stuff to help me out. But once I get all my pieces together and get ready, I'm going to be in the same boat as everybody else, wanting to know what to do about primers.
Yeah, you will be. So I mean, all you can do is like I think they were talking about it this morning. No matter where you're at, like if you're at work or whatever, and you go to these websites and you sign up to be notified when they have them in stock. It could be you might get notified at 1 o'clock in the afternoon that Midway says, "Oh, we've got those CCI primers in. You better order them right then and there while you're at work on your phone. Because if you I'll wait till I get home, they'll be sold out." That's what's got to happen now. G23.
But you got to pull the trigger, Rick. You've been on this primer kick for weeks now, and I know people are giving you ideas and places to go.
I found them one time that they were in stock, but I couldn't buy the bullet because I didn't have the cash to do it. But since then things have changed slightly. I went against my principles because I always get into trouble when I do it. I done a squib. I got a piece of plastic.
No, there's nothing. If you're a grown, mature adult and you're afraid of credit cards, then you're not a grown, mature adult.
No. Oh, well, I said years ago when I was young and dumb.
Not a grown, mature adult.
I got in trouble with them. And
that's
why I've always stayed away.
I disagree.
I
don't think a mature adult needs to borrow money.
You're not borrowing money. You're not borrowing money. You're borrowing money from yourself,
You,
basically.
you are. Yeah, well, you could borrow money from yourself, as in cash from yourself.
So, do you
But
think
if you gotta ask for a loan, that's like that's like asking a store in a corner store for credit, basically. It's on another level. It's acceptable by society these days, but 50, 60 years ago, it wasn't seen as such. I mean,
well,
but everybody's different. It's
and
it's normal
I
now.
do mainly agree with you though, Rob. I think credit is relatively a bad idea. You should be able to afford to pay for whatever you want right then and there. But it's a thing, and it's a valuable thing. And I think if you're not an idiot, then you could be able to know how to manage your credit. Now, once again, do I agree? I'm more like you. I'd say have the cash in your pocket when you want to go buy it, and just pay for it and be done with it. But I also understand the idea of credit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I've got a credit card now, and it's not. I don't have a huge limit, so that's fine. But when I get that notification, I got enough on there to be able to, buy a minimum of 1,000, maybe
Well,
more.
and
You know.
but see, right there goes your hazmat fee, though. The one of the very unfortunate things about credit is you're going to pay 28% on that.
Yeah.
And Squid probably pays 5% because he's got a good job and he spends money and he's got all that, so he's probably got a decent credit rating. A guy like you who never uses credit cards, you get one in the mail, they probably hit you with a 28% rating. So on top of your hazmat fee, you're paying 28% more for these primers. So I don't know what math is, but instead of $100 for 1,000, you're paying. I'll just make up a number, 150, because like I said, I'm not a mathematician.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but hopefully, what my plan is like if it comes, because I get paid once a month. So I plan if it comes during the month, I'll pay for it with the plastic, then pay off the plastic when I get paid.
And
Is my
shopping
plan?
on the internet, you have no choice but to use credit. Because nowhere on the internet, unless it's like if I wanted to buy something from you, I could just ship you $20 and you could send me a patch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But if you were a business, you're not going to let me ship you cash in the mail.
no,
At best, you'll accept a check, and then once the check clears, then you'll ship the product to me.
yeah,
But
but
with
a
a
lot
credit
of
card,
times I pay for a lot of stuff with my debit card, which is connected to my bank account. Right?
yeah,
As long
that's
as I
good
got
too.
money in there, I'm good to
You gotta
go.
have the money. Yeah, you gotta have the money.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So what I plan on doing is if I get the notification mid-month or whatever, I'll use the card, buy what I need, and pay it off when I get paid again. You know, that's my plan anyway. And as you said, I got to bite the bullet on the hazmat and the interest rate, but hopefully keep the interest rate down by paying it off as soon as possible. You know.
Now, your other alternative is you could drive to a box store or the gun store out of your town. I don't know where people buy primers from. If with Natchez or whatever, Bucky's or Casey's. Oh, Casey's is a gas station. The stores that
Yeah.
these people talk about. If you got one of them nearby, if it's 6 hours away and they got 10,000 primers on the shelf, you might have to drive 6 hours to go get some primers. And then your gas money and time and uncomfortability in the vehicle for that long, that hazmat fee ain't looking as bad to have them dropped off at your front door.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just reading in the chat here. AR said at the beginning of the what you call it, this stupid thing, they were asking $80 for 1,000 primers. He said, "I ain't paying that price." Now he's saying, "I'm willing to pay it now if he could find them." I know the feeling. But I mean that's like me buying 223 bullets. I said I ain't paying $12 for a box of 223s. Now I'm paying 15. So
And you weren't going to pay $500 for that 65 or 64 Chevy Impala back in the day because that's way too much. Now you pay $30,000 for one that looks
Yeah.
like it's rusted out.
Yeah. That's just
It sucks. It sucks about the consumer market. You don't know, but just like the toilet paper hoarders. Why they pick toilet paper is because every time it storms, they always tell you to get milk, bread, and toilet paper. So I guess they just stuck to that. But the PlayStation. People are paying $1,000 for a $500 PlayStation just because they can get it. At some point in time, AR said $80 was too much, but now they're asking 120. So if you can find them for 80, that's a good price. You don't want to end up paying $500 for primers when you could have just did it now, and you never know. That's the hard part about stuff is you just don't know what's going to happen. You can assume that it's not going to jump up to $200 for 1,000 this weekend, but we don't know.
Yeah, you're right. We don't. So.
You know,
but as I said
me off.
earlier, if anybody knows of, some websites that I can sort of like put my name down to be notified if they come in, I would appreciate it. I said I've done the big box stores, like Midway's, Brownells, Bass Pro, and all them kind of. I just threw that one off the top of my head, but I've got my email at all those kind of stores to be notified of any come in. But is there any smaller stores? I heard them mention one this morning on Caliber Corner, but I forgot to write it down. I said I'll write that down as soon as I get in the other room, and got sidetracked, and I never did, and I forgot what it was. Was it Grafton Son or something? Something like that. I think it was called. So anyway, that's where and plus, I mean, also I'm more likely, this coming week, go down to the gun stores I normally check to see if they have any. It gets me out of the house and gives me something to do, so that's what I've got. And now, I got to take my cat to the vet on, what day is it? Hang on. Where's my calendar? On Friday, the 22nd. To get it's going to cost me $100. It could cost me up to $100 to get him shaved or clipped, whatever you want to call it. Now, I know that's outrageous. You can go, to one of those groomers and get it done a lot cheaper. But as I said, he's got such big knots. He normally will stand still and let the groomer buzz him with their clippers, no problems. But he's got some knots on him that are relations, and they might have to sedate him. And a groomer is not authorized to sedate animals; only a vet can. So that's why I'm taking him to a vet. Just because he's old. Don't forget, he's 15. And the vet's even worried about sedating him, because he said he is old and he's diabetic. I said, well, let's hope he stands there. So that's what. Anyway, that was on my mind. I thought I mentioned, but where I'm going, I got to come up with $100 for that. Jesus Christ. Then I got to go to the doctor's. I got to have one of them pulmonary function test on Wednesday. And I'm trying to figure out what it was, and I finally found out what it was. I breathe into a machine. I sort of like take a deep breath, then blow into a machine till my lungs are totally empty, and they measure how much I'm intaking. So that's what I mean. I just thought, why that was on my mind, I'll mention it. Now we can go back to guns and primers and shit. I just thought I'll mention it in case anybody want to know what was happening. So, but where I was going with that is that's under my insurance. That's classed as a specialist. So that's $40. You know, on my insurance, it's $40 to see a specialist. See a regular doctor, it's free, but to see a specialist, it's $40. So, but my all my medication is free. I mean, we pay for it, out of premium prices, but you know what I mean. So, anyway, I'm totally off topic, but it was something that was bothering me. Why I wanted to tell you guys, I don't know, but I normally tell you guys more stuff than most people do. Oh, after the show here, when I'm going to throw some hamburgers on the grill because it's about 70 degrees outside, I believe. It's so I'm going to throw some burgers on the grill, and I'm going to check my soil's not warm. According to everything I found out, they recommend the best time to plant corn here in my area of Indiana is between April 20th and May 10th. That's the sweet spot. So I'm going to go out there and rake over my soil again. I got my soil. I'm getting my soil ready. So I'm going to try to plant my corn, see if I get any. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least I say I can try it. Then I can say, see, it might only be corn to somebody. So why you want to do that? But I love eating corn on the cob. So I figured that will save me some money by growing my own. Do my little part. Start off with that, something I like. And if I do pretty good, I will plant some other stuff maybe the following year, Oh, I might put a tomato plant in later on. I think you don't plant those until to May sometime. So I might plant a couple. I only need a couple of tomato plants because there's only me. So that's where we're at. So back to somebody's put it down there. Grafton Son. That's it. Got it. I wrote it down. I'll check their website out. See if they have anything. Do they have a email reminder list for getting primers? That's what I want to do. I'm trying to, because I'm waiting. I was saying it. I don't know if I said it last.
By the time those emails come in, the primers are already gone. Like in most cases, by the time you get those emails, stuff's gone. So, pretty much, I think most people already know or understand that in those cases. So, because of all the other people that are constantly checking. So, if you want it, then you need to check yourself several times a day.
You do know how to burst people's bubbles, don't you? You
can't expect everything to be easy and just fall in your lap. You gotta do some damn work once in a while. So if you really want it, make that your job for the day, and then buy something and stop your bitching.
Hey, you gotta think about the speed of the internet. It's not like you line up in front of Walmart at 6 a.m. and you're the third person in line. There's a million people looking at the same box of primers, all in different zip codes and area code. What do they call it? Time zones. Different speeds on their computers. Rob's probably got 6 people on a computer waiting to buy something, where you've got yourself sitting on your DSL at home with some dial-up. So the randomness in the internet, just waiting, and like Rob said, as soon as you get that email, that was 20 minutes too late.
Yeah, you're right. I do look, but I don't look as often as I should, maybe. because every time I look, nobody's got any. You know, so yeah. But the more websites I can find to do it, the better. So
Gotta stay on the ball.
yeah. Oh, I know. If I want them, I got to do the work. You know, like anything in life, you got to work for it. It just doesn't come to you. If it does come to you, you're lucky. You know, and you ought to say thank you to your higher power for making it happen. That's the way I look at it. You know? So, my old cat here, I think he's about ready. He wants to bite me, I think. He's giving me the mean look. So, I don't know if people are seeing. My cat jumped up onto me. This is the small guy. This is Peanut. He's the small one. He's about, I don't know, 12, 13 years old, I think now. So you're not walking all over my desk. Not while I'm online. Yeah. So I mean, I can feel a couple of knots on him, but I can get those out. Those are easy. I work on him in the evenings when he's sitting on my lap. Because both of them, when they sleep, because he's got long hair, but not as long as the other one, is when they sleep, they roll over, and it's pitiful what they do to themselves. So, anyway, get down there, but go on, get down. There we go. All right, that's the end of my cat thing. Did I get any more views because it was cat on the camera? Oh, you know, as much as I like them cats, how can I put this without sounding mean and cruel? You know, once they finally pass on, you know, I will. I'm not getting any more. Let's just say that. No. Oh, Echo Reload Chambers in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. So, who else here? G23's joined us as well, by the way. So, people are sitting out there just listening to us listening to me ramble. Totally off topic. Oh shit! Nearly spilt my tea over my keyboard. There we go. So, all right. So I'm going to do all this. So I got to start searching all these websites. You know, well, I mean, and I can. It's not that I'm working all day, so I can sit here and search the websites for, you know, see if any had any problem. I think the average price of hazmat nowadays, Kingpin, is about $30, I believe, on the internet. I think that's the average price. But I could be wrong. But I think it's about $30 for that. Then normally, you want to try to get the. Did I do the draw? Not yet, G23. Not yet. I'm getting there. Oh, it's almost 4:00. Yeah, so it's almost time to do it. Where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought. Damn, I forgot where I was talking about. Jesus, I'm getting as bad as the goddamn president. Jesus Christ. Can't remember what in the hell is going on. So. Oh, New York Outcast says he had to leave. So, I bet his missus wants something done. So, anyway, it's almost time. Anyway, so the quiz. I might as well do the quiz and start winding this up anyway. So, all right, where is it? My question was, I wanted to know the biggest handgun in the world, according to Google. And what I found This was in 2000, and it is dated at 2019. So I don't know if there's a bigger one made since then, but it's a 600 Nitro Express revolver called the, I can't even pronounce it, what, the Pfeiffer Zebula Casca, how you ever pronounce it, you know. Let me copy that, see if I can copy that. Copy, put it in put it in the chat. I just put it in the chat. That's the name of the actual handgun. But it's a 600 Nitro Express. It's the largest caliber handgun in the world and the most powerful. To provide some context, this handgun is so huge that its 600 Nitro Express rounds are actually British-made rifle bullets. And I think it's for an elephant gun, if I remember correctly. So there we go. That was the answer I was looking for. And I only had 4 entries, by the way, guys. So let me see who won. Hitting the draw button now. Come on. Ozzy Osbourne won. Congratulations. I don't know if he's in here today or not, but he's the winner. So there we go. Ozzy, you're the winner. You're in here. So I will get that out to you now for the next swag pack, which will be, let's see, on the 30th of April. Now, this one's real easy. I'm making these so easy for you guys. This one is totally nothing to do with firearms whatsoever. But here you go. I want to know. I believe he only done one. So I'm giving you the answer right there. It's the Western writer Louis L'Amour. I want to know the name of his. Now this is email me, not write it in the chat box. I want to know the name of his one science fiction book he wrote. I want the name of it. That's it. Email it to me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by the 30th, and you will have a chance to win the swag pack. A couple of 1 or 2 patches and some stickers and stuff. You know, so there we go. Yeah, 2 Live Move. A lot of these companies will charge a hazmat fee to ship primers and powder. You know, you don't pay a hazmat fee for bullets or brass, but you pay it for primers and powder. I guess because they figure it's explosive. That's why you got to pay it. Plus, normally and only companies like UPS and FedEx will ship it. Post office won't ship that stuff. So I think, you know, but I said last time I looked, hazmat was around $30 on most companies on the average. So I wrote down that. So I got another site. So if anybody's got any more sites, email me and I'll start looking them up. I can check them, you know, out during the day when I'm off here. I can load them in my phone if I can just press, you know, if I don't have to set them up as favorites, and I can just check them, what I'm looking for. So hopefully I can find some when they hit the shelf. You know. So, all right, I'm about ready to wind this up because I'm getting hungry. The cats are getting hungry. I've my mind's wandering off today. I got some stuff I got to take care of, and that's what I'm thinking about, to be honest with you guys. And but I'll keep on going if you want me to, you know. But
I'm gonna have to roll out because I gotta
wow.
get back to work anyway. So
All right, so I might as well wind it up. You got any plugs or shout outs there, Kingpin?
I don't know. Let's see who's out in the chat. Yeah, big shout out to Echoes Reloading Chamber. He's doing a lot of really cool stuff with AR guns. So check his stuff out.
Yeah. Does G23 have a chat tonight? Is it
Oh.
Saturdays or Wednesdays he has it?
Saturdays. He should be coming up at, I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, because he's out in the chat. That's why I mentioned him. Yeah, Echo Reload Chamber has some good videos on reloading if you're into it. You know, he has some good stuff there. So, all right. I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. I know I'm sort of ending it quick like that. Wednesday's show, I had such bad internet connections. It was hailing and thundering and all kinds of stuff here that night. I was like I was running on my my cell phone hotspot, so because my internet had gone out, it didn't come back on until the following morning. Anyway, I'm just rambling again. So I will see you all on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for the next show at 7 p.m. So let me find my thing here. So I want to say good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate. Oh, excuse me, got something caught. Really do appreciate it. See you all later. Bye. Goodbye, Sabrina. Okay.